All right, I've been thinking about something lately that sounds super academic and boring on paper, but it's actually kind of everywhere. Have you ever heard the term cultural diplomacy?
It sounds like something a guy in a suit says at a United Nations meeting right before everyone falls asleep. Is it basically just world leaders exchanging gift baskets?
I mean, sometimes, but it's way more interesting than that. Think of it as a vibe check between countries. It's not about treaties or trade deals, it's about winning hearts and minds through culture, like music, food, art, and even sports.
Oh, okay. So, like when South Korea basically took over the world with K pop and Squid Game, is that cultural diplomacy or just good marketing?
It's actually both. That's the perfect example. When a country shares its culture, it builds a brand. If you love a country's movies or their food, you're less likely to think of them as an enemy. You start to see the human side of the people there.
That makes sense. It's like the difference between someone telling you they're a nice person and someone actually bringing you a really good cupcake. The cupcake is the diplomacy.
Exactly. In the world of international relations, we call that soft power.
As opposed to hard power, which I'm guessing is the scary stuff?
Spot on. Hard power is pushing, using military force or economic sanctions to get what you want. Soft power is pulling, getting people to want what you want because they actually like you.
It's crazy to think that a Taylor Swift concert or a traveling museum exhibit could be as influential as a trade embargo.
It really is. During the Cold War, the US used to send jazz musicians like Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington to Eastern Europe and Africa. They were called jazz ambassadors.
Wait, so the government literally used jazz to fight communism?
Precisely. They wanted to show the world that American culture was free, creative, and diverse. It was a way to reach people that a political speech never could.
So, how does this actually happen today? Is it always some secret government plot, or can it be more natural?
It's a mix. There are two main ways it happens. Government-led, programs like the Fulbright Scholarship, the British Council, or the Alliance Française. They literally pay to teach their language and exchange students. Organic, this is the stuff we see every day. Hollywood movies, Japanese anime, Italian fashion, or even TikTok trends.
I feel like food is the biggest one for me. I've never been to Thailand, but I feel like I have a positive relationship with the country because I eat pad thai once a week.
You're actually hitting on a real thing called gastro-diplomacy.
No way, that's a real word?
Totally real. Thailand was actually one of the first countries to use it officially. They launched a global Thai program to increase the number of Thai restaurants around the world. They knew that if people loved the food, they'd want to visit the country as tourists.
That is genius. They literally fed us into liking them. Okay, let's be real for a second. Is there a downside? Can it feel a bit like propaganda?
That's the million-dollar question. The line between cultural exchange and propaganda is really thin. If a country only shows the perfect version of itself and hides its problems, it can feel fake.
Right, it's like a curated Instagram feed, but for an entire nation.
Exactly. And there's also the risk of cultural imperialism. That's when one big culture, usually Western culture, dominates so much that local traditions in other countries start to disappear.
Like how you can find a Starbucks in basically every city on Earth?
Exactly. Some see that as a global village, but others see it as a loss of identity.
So, why does this matter to us? We're just two people hanging out. Does cultural diplomacy affect my actual life?
It affects who you trust, where you want to travel, and what you buy. But on a deeper level, it's about preventing conflict. It's a lot harder to go to war with a country when you grew up watching their cartoons and listening to their music. It builds cultural literacy.
I guess it's about finding the common ground. Like, we might have different governments, but we both like great cinema or sports.
Exactly. Look at the Olympics or the World Cup. It's the ultimate stage for cultural diplomacy. Every country is trying to show its best face to the world.
It makes the world feel a little smaller, doesn't it? Less like a map of borders and more like a collection of stories.
I love that. A collection of stories. That's basically the definition of cultural diplomacy right there.
Honestly, I'm never going to look at a foreign film or an international food festival the same way again. I'll be sitting there thinking, ah, yes, excellent soft power you have here. Mission accomplished. It's not just stuff we like, it's the glue that keeps the world talking when the politicians stop. Well, on that note, I think I'm officially craving some gastro-diplomacy. You want to grab some sushi? Only if we call it research. Deal.